with a young person who's easily disengaged, which are the skills which are absolutely critical to raising outcomes, raising results on any subject.
And I also think that a curriculum that sits children in rows facing the front of a classroom, learning passively for numerous hours per week, schools that insist upon a very structured and particular way of delivering a lesson, that is a whole school policy, really isn't helping a lot of children to enjoy school and thrive at school.
No.
And I personally think that children should do loads of food tech because it has a massive health benefit, it's got a practical benefit, but I do recognise that there is a significant cost implication in trying to deliver that, include that in a curriculum, and that ultimately the delivery of practical has a cost implication that probably prevents lots and lots of head teachers implementing curriculum around that.
The other concern I've had about the kind of
academisation,
that's the word I'm trying to say, is that these young people who fail are the young people who will leave, are more likely to have babies. The idea of where does social emotional education start and stop is, if we see it as just an early years responsibility, we've really missed the point that these young people need the skills to not only get on with peers, but they also need them to be able to make successful adult-to-adult relationships so they can make successful adult-to-child relationships. And if we don't see education in that much broader perspective, we're inevitably going to have the problems that we're having.
Yeah.
Food tech or, any of those interactive games, and, they're a very, very specific brain-based skill, understand self and other, which you won't develop if you sit in a row for hour and hour, day after day.
Yeah. I'm sure there's tons and tons of good practice around that kind of stuff, but there's also a lot of very safe teaching that doesn't explore group work, where teachers don't feel confident enough to give children responsibilities, where they deem that behaviour just isn't good enough to allow that to happen, that children won't take that responsibility, that there'll be chaos.